The dark depths of the deep web. They say there are forums on the deep web you should never open, threads that should never be read, videos that should never be watched. I found one and now I can't stop seeing them. God help me. I have always been fascinated by the deep web, the part of the internet not indexed by Google, hidden behind layers of encryption, a place where information flows freely, no matter how twisted, and where secrets are buried beneath digital shadows. I thought I was just another curious browser, poking into the abyss for a thrill. But some things should stay buried. It started with a forum called The Last Door. It wasn't listed in any directories. It wasn't mentioned on any deep web indexes. I found it by accident, if you can call it that, while running a TOR search on abandoned websites. The link was nothing but a string of garbled letters and numbers. And when I clicked it, my screen flickered. A simple black web page loaded. No banners, no flashy graphics, just a title in blood-red text. Welcome to The Last Door. What you see can never be unseen. There were only a handful of threads. Most were locked, but one stood out. They watch through your screen. I clicked. The thread contained only one post. A user named Void Speaker had written it. The message was short. The videos are real. Do not watch them. They know when you do. Underneath, a single attachment. An MP4 file titled sacrifice.mp4. I hesitated for a long time, but curiosity gnawed at me like starving rats. I downloaded it. The file was barely 15 megabytes. Too small for a full-length video, but big enough for something. My heart pounded as I clicked play. The footage was grainy, black and white, like it had been recorded on an ancient VHS tape. The camera was shaky, pointing down a long, dimly lit corridor with peeling wallpaper and exposed pipes. A man was walking, holding the camera himself, his breathing uneven. His face wasn't visible. Then he whispered, "I can hear them." A deep, guttural noise echoed in the distance. Something wrong, something not human. The man turned a corner, and the camera caught a glimpse of movement. Tall, skeletal figures, their faces stretched into grotesque, hollow smiles. Their eyes were black pits, empty and yet somehow aware. The man gasped, and the camera fell to the ground. The figures moved toward him, their movements unnatural, like marionettes controlled by unseen hands. Then, static. But that wasn't what made my blood turn to ice. At the end of the video, for just a fraction of a second, the figures turned to face the screen, not the camera. The screen, like they were looking at me. The video ended, and suddenly, my speakers emitted a faint, distorted whisper. I couldn't make out the words, but it sounded like laughter. I slammed my laptop shut. My heart was hammering in my chest. Then my phone vibrated. Unknown number, a text message. "You watched. Now they watch you." I stared at the screen, my hands shaking. This had to be a joke. Some elaborate ARG, some deep web prank. Then something moved in the reflection of my laptop screen. A tall, thin figure, grinning. I whipped around. Nothing. Just my empty room. But the air felt wrong. I reached for my power button, but before I could shut it down, my laptop screen flickered back to life. The deep web forum had refreshed itself. A new post from Void Speaker. "You can't escape. They are already inside." The webcam light turned on by itself. And behind me, in the darkened screen, something grinned. Post deleted. User account removed. Thread locked by admin.
Now, that was one heck of a story. If you like such stories and want to hear more, then you should check out our channel. Until next time.